Sandy, and welcome to a chair strength workout. In this workout, we're going to have a warm-up followed by 2 blocks of work designed to strengthen the entire body. There will be options to stand if that works for you, or you can stay seated the entire workout. If you have a chair with some handles here, no big deal. You can use them. Maybe scoot forward a little bit, whatever you need. No handles is fine as well. You might need a set of dumbbells if you want to add a little extra strength. So let's just start by mobilizing our spine. So take your arms, reach up high, and then bring them back down. So we're just getting that spine nice and stretched out. Let's do one more, but hold at the top and press your hands up long, reaching high, try and lengthening through the spine. Now on the way down, go ahead and add a little twist, and then come back up and go the other direction. So just letting our eye gaze fall as our body rotates, getting our spine ready for this great workout. Let's do one more on each side. Last one. All right, now let's meet me back up in the top. Do that nice big stretch up one more time. And then drop one hand and go to the side. Come back to center and go to the other side. If you don't have handles or arm rests, you can just drop your hand onto the side of the chair or use the armrest to pull yourself over. Lengthening through the side body. And then we've got one more on each side. Moving our spine laterally. All right, bring your hands back down to our lap. We're going to round through the back, pulling our belly button towards the back of the chair, and then sit up, opening the chest up, looking up to the sky for our seated cat-cow, getting our spine nice and ready. One more here. All right, now let's open up our chest, open the arms up nice and wide. Now let's round through the back, so sort of like that cat-cow. We're opening up nice and wide, but this time we're opening the chest a little bit more by opening the arms and rounding through the back a little more by closing them. One more. All right, now let's take our arm and we're going to circle it back 3 times. And then we're going to circle it forward for 3. Just getting that shoulder moving. Let's do the other side. Circle it back for 3 times. That's it, keeping your chest forward and then forward. Try not to rotate the body, so just letting the shoulder do the work. All right, now let's get our hips warmed up. We're gonna go ahead and tap side, bring it back in, tap the other one, back in. Just getting those hips moving. Just one more on each side. And now let's stretch out our hamstrings. Reach one foot down, walk your hands down as far as they can go, and then walk them back up. We'll walk them down, walk back up. One more on the side, keeping the back as straight as you can to stretch out the hamstring. Last one, and back up. Let's do the other side. Walking down, feeling a nice length in the back of the legs. Some dynamic stretching right here so that we can work a little bit harder. All right. So let's go ahead and get started in our first block of work. We're gonna have an exercise. You can stay seated the whole time, or you can stand up. So you can grab one weight or both weights. If you're doing one weight, we're just gonna hold it right here. The first step is a press up. So we're gonna press up, bring it back down. So pressing straight up, arms come right by your temple, and then back down to the chest level, squeezing the elbows in. If this feels good, you can take your legs a little bit wider, and we can stand up and press, and then sit back down. Stand up, press to the sky, sit back down. So if you're doing this sit and stand with our press, try to just push through the heels and stand without rocking forward and back. If you start to feel yourself rocking forward and back, really focus on pushing through the heels and standing at the top. A few more here. Last one. All right, now stay here. We're gonna reach out and pull the weight in. Reaching out, pull the weight in. You can use 1 or 2 weights depending on the weight that you have. So if you have lighter weights, you may be able to do 2. Reaching out and pulling in, keeping the shoulders pulled back. Let's do that again. We've got 4 more. Squeeze the elbows right by the ribs. 2 and 1. All right. Next up, we're going to have the option of staying seated or coming up to a standing position. You can grab the other weight if you only had 1. We're going to lean forward slightly, keeping the back nice and straight, and we're going to pull up 1 arm and then the other. Bringing the arm right up the side, right next to the chest, under the armpit, but slightly in front of the body. If this feels good and you'd like to add a little extra, you can stand on up. Come to the back of the chair, holding onto one side, taking the opposite foot forward from the hand that has the weight. Back foot, just a little stagger there on the toe, just like a kickstand. And we're going to drag down and then come up. So hinging from our hip, keeping a nice flat back as you hinge forward. If I were to do this from the side, I would be bending. See how my back is nice and flat? And then standing. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, last one. All right, let's switch sides. If you were doing the alternated seated pull up and down, take a break right here and then join us when you're ready. So we're gonna go ahead and go here. Staggered foot, opposite foot forward from the hand that has the weight. We lean forward and stand up. And you can use this chair to help balance. You can use this chair to help push you up, or you don't even need to use it at all if you just like to stand. We've just got a few more reps. You should be feeling this in the hamstrings if you're standing, and everyone should be feeling this in the middle of the shoulders. 3 more. 2, and last one. Awesome. Come on back down if you were standing up. We're going to shift our focus to our quads, and we've got a leg extension. So you can keep your hands on your lap, on the sides, on the front of your chair, and we're just going to extend the leg and bring it down. Extend, bring it down. The back is nice and straight. The core is really locked in, and we're using that quad muscle, the muscle in the front of the leg, to really reach that leg long to the front. Awesome. We've just got a few more reps here. Back is nice and straight. 2, 1, let's change sides. There we go. Keeping that back straight, engaging that core, using your hands wherever it feels comfortable. But the less grip you have, the more you have to use your core and your legs to do the work. We've just got a few more reps here. Are you feeling those quads? You can actually, if you put your hands on your lap, you'll actually feel the quad moving and contracting, tightening up. That's what we want to see. 2 more. All right, awesome. So come on, let's scoot a little bit forward. Make sure your weights are not in your way. We're going to be doing some core work, moving our knees from side to side. So you can put your hands down, you can grab one, but we start off in the warm-up doing just one leg at a time. Keeping that back straight, we rotate side to side. We have the option of leaning slightly back and then moving our feet side to side. So move side, center, side, center. That is my 4.5-month-old puppy. He's decided to talk to us this morning. Just a few more reps. All right, 1 more. Awesome. Let's go right back to the top, and we'll do all those exercises one more time. So grab me 1 or both weights for our shoulder press or our sit and stand. So we can start with our press. And if this is where you stay today, that's totally cool. If you would like to not use a weight, you can go here. Or if, hey, maybe you're like, I don't think I can do the weight, but I want to do the stand, you can take the weight out. There he is. And we're going to press up, down, up, down. So you choose which way you want to work today and what way works for your body. Every day's a little different, but the more we keep moving, the easier it is to keep progressing and challenging our bodies. We have about 4 more. That's it. 3, 2 more. Last one. All right. Now you can stay seated, feet just about hip width apart. We're gonna reach and pull. This time let's focus on squeezing the elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. You've got about 8 more. There we go, 6, and 1. Do you feel the back working? How about the chest, the shoulders? Just 2 more. Last one. All right. We've got that upright row, so you can have one or both weights. If you're doing the stand, you can go ahead and get them up. If you'd like to stay here, let's focus on just pulling one arm and then the other. Anytime you need a break, if this is where you are, take that break and join us when you're ready. If you're doing the standing option, come back to the back of the bench or back to the back of the chair. Foot that's closest to the chair is forward. Hand that has the weight is on the outside. Stagger that stance, and we're going to bend and lift. So let's only go as far as we can go without our back starting to round. So if you start to feel your back rounding, just stop there and come on up. We want to bend only as far as we can, and the more we do this, the better it will get. So if this is your range of motion today, that's great. Stick with it, and let's increase every time we practice or we exercise, increasing that hamstring strength and that flexibility. We have 2 more. Last one. All right, switch sides.
Becky.
There we go. That's it. Push through that heel, stand up tall. Got 4 more. 3, 2, and last one. All right, so let's move back to our leg extensions. So coming on down, we're gonna extend the leg and push it down. If you need, you can always alternate the legs if one starts to get tired. That gives the one leg a rest while the other one works. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, are you starting to feel that? Yeah, 1. Let's do the other side. That's it, just extending that leg, trying to keep the legs parallel so that the quad is doing that work. We've got 4 more. 2, last one. All right, now go ahead and sweep forward. We've got our leg sweeps. Last time we stopped in the middle. You can keep your hands wherever you like, leaning back. We can try to sweep it all the way across, if you like. Feeling that core, keeping a nice straight back by squeezing the shoulder blades together. We have 2 more on each side. You feeling your quads too? Me too. Last one. All right, block 1 is done. If you need a drink, now's a great time to grab it. Here comes my puppy again, he's got his stick. We're going to go ahead and move into block number 2. Block number 2, we're gonna grab our weights. You can grab 1 or both. I suggest 2 for this one. We're gonna sit forward just like we just were on our seat. Hinge to the front, and we're going to pull our elbows back and then lower. So nice straight back from our head to our tailbone, so we might be a little more forward. We're just trying to get those hands nice and close to the rib cage. Squeezing the elbows back, sweeping by the ribs, and squeezing the shoulder blades together to really strengthen that back so we can increase our posture. We have 2 more. That's it. All right. Now, you can do this with or without the weight. Let's go ahead and take our hands forward, clasp them. We're going to rotate side to side right here. If you want, you can add the weight. And if this is too much, if you feel like your back is bothering you, you can rotate from the waist and keep your hands a little closer to the body. That just decreases the weight of your weight, because the further away the weight is from your body, the harder it is. We have a couple more. Last one. All right. So now we're going to grab just one weight for now. We're going to lean forward again if you can. Pull the elbow up, and we're going to kick that. We're going to kick that weight back. So you can look from the side. We're going to kick back, forward. If this feels good for you, you can stay here. But if you'd like to add a little bit of a challenge, you can stand up. And we're just going to hinge forward just like we did before. And we're going to pull back, push back. So from the side, just a slight hinge, back is straight, pushing the weight back. Or you can stay seated, it doesn't matter. Either way is great. 2 more. Last one. All right, let's do the other side. So if you're doing the other side, you can still be standing or seated. If you're seated, just shift your weight to the other side. The reason I need to do this is because I have some handles. You could probably just lean forward if you don't have some arms on your chair. So we're just pushing back, stopping right about the hip, pressing back. You can stand up and do it from here as well. That's it. Nice long back. We've just got a few more reps. 4 more. 3. Eyes are in front of the feet. We're trying not to look up. Last one. All right. You can stay standing if you're able to. And come to the back of the chair. We're just going to take our heel and we're going to pull it towards our butt and then bring it down. Pull it towards our butt. So if I were looking at you from the side, take my foot, pull it up, down. If you're staying seated for today, no problem. Scoot forward and just tap your toe back and then center. Back and then center. You can put your hands wherever it's comfortable, keeping a nice straight back. We're trying to work the back of the leg and the hamstring. So that's what our focus is. We've got 4, 3, 2, and last one. Other side. That's now the older puppy has decided to also be in. She's about 6 years old. So they're just sitting here. They love to watch me work out when I'm outside. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one, 1. All right, come back down seated if you're not already. And we're gonna do some knee lifts. So you're gonna keep your back nice and straight, pull the knee up and bring it down. Knee up, down. Now if you're using your hands, stay there and that works for you. You can take your hands down and just lift the knee, keeping the back straight, so not letting ourselves curve, but stay nice and lifted as we lift the knee. Nice and slow. You should be feeling that lower core working. Stabilizing the body. They're just playing over there. 2 more. Last one. All right, let's start from the top. We've got our rows to start. So hinging forward, we're pulling our elbows back. That's the puppy barking. It's very excited about whatever the older dog is doing. They're playing, they're vocal, just having a good time. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. All right, back to our rotations. So you can take your arms out wide, out long, clasping in the front, just rotating from our waist. There we go. If you want your weight, you can grab it, depending on the weight of your weight, keeping it close, maybe edging it a little bit further if you can, or all the way out. We have 4, eyes are following, 3, shoulders down, 2, last one, 1. All right, awesome. Let's go into our tricep press. So we're gonna start, weights here, we're pressing. Now remember, we can stay seated or we can come to a standing position. Whatever feels good for you today. If this feels good, stay here. But if you'd like to stand, go ahead. I'm gonna stay here for this round. So notice how my back is nice and flat. I'm just stopping my weight right around where my hip is and extending the arm all the way. 1 more. Switch sides. Right here, pushing. There we go. The back of the arm is really working in this exercise, really hitting that muscle in the back, the triceps. Let's do 4 more. Back is nice and straight. If you need to, you can come up a little bit and go from here. And hold. All right, now if you are doing the hamstring curls from the seat or from standing, find your position. If you're on the seat, we're pulling our foot back and in, kicking it back, just trying to get that hamstring to move the foot back a little bit further. If you're further up on your seat, maybe trying to move it a little bit more to the back. If you're standing, come on around and kick your heel to your butt, kicking a nice straight back. We've got 4 more here. Just 2. And last one. Other side. That's it. Pulling the heel to the butt. You should be feeling that big long muscle in the back of your leg, your hamstrings. It's a couple muscles actually, but pulling that, using that to work to pull that heel up. We've just got 2 more. Last one. All right. We are on our last exercise. We've got that knee lift. Come to a seated position if you're not there already. Pull the knee up, drop it down, up, down. Remember, we can lift the knee right here. That's it, keeping the back straight, the core locked in place. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, almost there. Last one. Awesome. Go ahead and extend one leg. Walk your hands down your leg, touching your toe if you can. Feel that stretch in the back of the leg, that nice release. Come on up, let's do the other side. Release in the low back and the back of the leg. It feels so amazing. Walk your hands up. All right, let's add a little twist. Getting that thoracic spine moving. You can use the chair, or if you don't, you can use your knee. Let's change sides. Just holding, feeling that stretch in the sides, in the back, right in the middle is where I'm feeling it today. All right, now let's go ahead and take your legs a little bit wider so that you can reach all the way down to the ground. Got some runaway weights. So come on up, let's stretch the triceps over top our head, pulling that elbow down. And if you can't, just pull right here, pushing as hard as you can. Eventually maybe we'll get it over to the top of our head. Let's change sides. Awesome. Open up the chest in a nice cactus. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then round out the back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.